So I need to move on to this story about Ronel Blanco being sent home early because of elbow soreness. Now, we just found out, but because since the last time we talked, we had not talked about Hayden Wesneski going under the knife, Tommy John surgery in Dallas. You hate to see it because he was, Houston kid, came home, was thrown into the starter role, has done an admirable job, just phenomenal. And then Ronel Blanco, who I have labeled the workhorse, okay? Caballero de Trabajo. I mean, this guy is the workhorse.
Bilingual.
Yeah, dude. Hey, dude, I'm bilingual in like 6 languages, okay? But seriously, Ronel is this guy that I really admire, Mike, because he puts the work in. He was a position player that transitioned to a pitcher because he wasn't really getting looks. And then he started getting looks, working at a car wash. The Astros signed him. He throws a no-hitter last year. This year, he almost threw another no-hitter again, and he's been pitching so well for the most part. And now elbow soreness. With these days, Mike, as a pitcher, does that freak you out?
Oh, of course it does. I mean, you don't just have a little bit of soreness and miss a start. You don't have just a little bit of soreness and they send you home to go see your doctors. I don't want to, raise any red flags or anything other than just history tells us this is not a good situation. Fingers crossed that, if there's obviously something there. Okay,
so Joe Espada
there's a reason why his arm hurts.
Yeah. So Joe Espada did say he is going to skip a start, but they're not putting forth any other expectations other than him missing.
As they should. They shouldn't, buy into the hysteria and start making, long-term statements. But, this Astros organization has never done that anyways. They've actually they keep everything about as tight to the chest as any organization, maybe in any industry, not just baseball. I mean, these guys, these are deep, deep secrets that they hold on to. They don't let anybody know.
I will say this of a local journalist to remain nameless at a Skeeters game one time. So this will tell you how many years this was back. This was before they were the Space Cowboys. Whenever Bregman was dealing with his soft tissue injuries, a local media guy said in the press box out loud, well, I'm pretty sure the Astros are lying to us because they don't have any interest in telling us the truth. And I was like, and it was literally the second time I had been in that press box. And I was like, oh my God, is that decorum? But you know what? You could have heard a pin drop, but he was right.
Hey, it's his. Are you telling the truth? Well, sure. And history tells us, and listen, I'm not a big fan of not telling the truth about it, but I understand why you want to keep it quiet. But, it's also turned around and bit them in the rear end a couple times. Look what happened with Tucker just last year.
Yes.
We listened for 3 months. His leg is not broken. Well, it turns out Tucker's the one on the way back into the lineup. He said, there was a hairline fracture. Well, then the Astros have to turn and go, well, okay, after several MRIs and this, that, and the other. But you just made him look like a big wuss for the last 3 months when all you had to do is say, there's something there. But that's just, they keep things tight to the vest, and, that's just the way this organization decides to do it. But as far as Ronel is concerned, they're doing exactly what they should do. You should just, hey, you know what? We're going to wait and see what the doctors say. Let's see what the tests, let them run the tests, do everything they need to do, put them in the MRI tube, all that kind of stuff. And then we come up with a game plan from there. But, is this, to tell you the truth, the point Susan made is it's kind of eerily similar to, you remember last year, the Astros lost 60% of their rotation in just a couple days. You had 3 pitchers go down with Tommy John, and now all of a sudden you're reeling. The crazy thing is that was right in the middle or right at the beginning of them getting hot. So it's why you still have to play the game.